comments here pretty quickly. All right. Good morning, everyone. I call this meeting to order. It is 7:31 a.m. on Monday, February 27, 2023. Will the secretary please do roll call?
McGrath present.
Barr here.
Strasser here.
Loy here.
And Harris here. Are there any corrections to the minutes for the December 19th, December 20th, or January 6th meetings?
Will,
Yes.
I was apparently made a motion. I wasn't here, so there's a correction to the December 19th.
Okay.
It was let's see here. It says motion by Loy. That should be Barr, and then the second was by Graff. So with that correction, I would make a motion to approve all the minutes.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The motion passes with those amendments to the minutes. All right. Next, we have general agenda items, discussion and possible action of an amendment to the City of Wausau Police and Fire Commission Manual relating to Articles 2 and 7. And does the police department want to go over that, or I can go over that? Doesn't matter.
I can talk about the Article 7.
Okay.
So the Article 7 is our promotional process in the Police and Fire Commission Manual. And we have an eligibility list for the position of lieutenant. And that eligibility list we created was, we said was good for a year. And we've promoted 2 individuals off that list, and there's 1 person remaining. And he's sitting here in the room today hoping to get an interview with you after this agenda item. And so we created the eligibility list for a year when we had a resignation of a lieutenant who's going to another agency here end of this week. And so we had another lieutenant's vacancy. And so when I went and looked at the Police and Fire Commission manual, and just to make sure that we had everything buttoned up, I see that Section 7.09, it says the chief may maintain an eligibility list for 6 months from the conclusion of a promotional process. And so when I look at the eligibility list for our entry-level positions and the fire department entry-level positions and the fire department promotional positions, all of those are 12-month eligibility lists, and this is one that's 6 months. So I think that's likely an error, and so my hope is that the commission would make a motion to amend that 7.09 promotional eligibility list and make that a 12-month eligibility list, and then make that retroactive to the beginning of last year, so that we can move forward with the candidate that we have for lieutenant right now.
Thank you, Chief. Are there any questions?
Do you have to hire off the eligibility list if one's established?
That's a good question. Typically, we always have. If we have an eligibility list, we hire or promote off of that list. I don't know that the manual doesn't say that we have to, but that's been our practice typically.
How about the contract with the union? Well, that would be non-union, right?
Correct.
Yeah, never mind.
You got them on for 12 months, you add to that list? How do you do that?
No, so when we have a hiring process or a promotional process, we go through all of the steps that are part of that process. So interview, paper, presentation, review of their performance and that kind of thing. And all of those things are scored and ranked. And so like in the lieutenant's process, I think we had 9 candidates for that lieutenant's process, 8 or 9 candidates. And we were satisfied that the top 3 candidates would be good supervisors at that moment, and we were confident that we would want to promote them off the list. So we put 3 people on that. Well, we promoted 1 and then created a list that had 2 more on it, and we've promoted 1 off that list already.
Are there any other questions? Thank you, Chief.
Thank
And
you.
I'll go over Article 2. Article 2, and it would be Section 2.01, Section 2.0 and 2.01 was needed an update to the location of the meetings and time and date. It had our previous time of meeting Thursday at the police department. So I thought that update was needed as well, to update it to section 2.0B, Monday at 7:30, and location of meeting section 2.01, obviously to this location. All right. Are there any questions about that? Well, then, is there a motion to amend section 2.0 and amend Article 2 and Article 7, with that retroactive 12 months as well?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Article 2 and Article 7 have been amended. Thank you. So, moving on, next on the agenda, Cheryl, will you do us the honors?
I'll make a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Section 19.85, Parent 1, Parent C of the Wisconsin State Statutes, considering employment of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility for the purpose of considering appointing one individual to detective with the Wausau Police Department and one individual to lieutenant with the Wausau Police Department.
All right. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Oh, second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We are now in closed session. We will conduct the interviews in the small room. Thank you.